Welcome back, guys, to another solo leveling Arise video. Alright guys, I know I'm a little sick. I promised you guys I would rest, and I did. I got about 6 hours of nap time. My throat's a little bit funny still, my voice is a little funny, but we're gonna do this. I sound like I just hit puberty. It is what it is. So a lot of you guys have been asking almost in every single live stream or video to create yourself the best best artifacts for characters. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do everybody. Every single character will be covered on this. We're going to start off with Sung Jinwoo. Now, what we're going to do here, guys, we're going to do two different builds. We're going to go with Strength with Precision and Agility with Precision, and we're going to give you guys the best outfits for both of those setups, and then I'm going to do all of the Hunters. Now, this one's going to be focusing only on Sung Jinwoo. I think he deserves his own tier list, and then we're going to do Hunters next, and I promise you guys, it'll be a lot faster for those ones because they're pretty straightforward. Now, I'm going to break down every single one of them. So let's start off with the hero on the top here. Okay, so we're going to put the hero's face so you guys know exactly who this is. You guys can see here it says Strength. Okay, so this is the Strength build artifact set for him. Okay, so we'll start off with the worst useless ones for him that you won't need at all. Okay, so before I do that, let me just organize one quick thing, just because I want to get all the sets together. That way we have armors together, and then we can avoid messing up with accessories, etc. Right? So let me just put these all together real quick, and then we'll talk about every single one and why I think these are pretty good, why I think they're pretty bad, and I'll give you guys a full thorough breakdown of what the best things are for Sung Jinwoo with Strength build. All right, so before I do that though, let me move myself onto this side just so you guys can see everything here. Okay, so let's start off with useless. Okay, so for Strength build, first off, Noble Outfit. Noble Outfit is useless for Sung Jinwoo. Do not use it, okay? It's meant to be for hunters who scale off HP and don't require attack, and also the 4-piece set decreases your attack but gives the rest of the party attack. For Sung Jinwoo, this is not a outfit you want ever worn. Ever. Literally, I can't even think of a reason why you'd ever wear this. So useless for sure. Never, ever, ever use this, okay? Second one here that's going to be fairly useless. Now, it's very situational, of course, depending on if you are building a shield set or not, is going to be the Guardian thing. It can be used a little bit here, but for the most part, unless you have like a skill rune that provides you a shield, for example, the multi-strike with the water one that gives you a shield, or if you have Vulcan's Rage, or if you're using the longsword, if you are looking for survivability, the shield set can be viable to help you survive. You can do more damage as well too with the shield on you with the 4-piece set. It's called the Guardian set, but overall, it's not gonna make or break you in terms of a character. It will actually a little bit break you. That's not true. So it won't make you, but it will break you. In regards to like, you'll lose a lot of DPS if your shield is not up, especially with the 4-piece set. So for Sung Jinwoo, this is gonna be something you don't really care about. You want this more in characters like CO, who actually has a shield on almost 90% of the time, and she benefits the most off of this set specifically right now, at least in the game. Okay, so this one here can be useful, but very, 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 very seldom should it ever be used. Okay, next up, let's do the break. It's good. Okay, solid analysis is what the set is called. It's actually not bad. So the reason I'll explain to you why. If you actually do build them as a breaker, right? You guys can see here the 4-piece set actually does provide a decent buff for him. So I'll just show you guys real quick. Change artifact. Here we go. So it does, your break damage dealt to enemies is increased by 15%. So if you're looking for a quick break, it's not bad. Now the reason why it's not bad, of course, break state, it makes you do more damage. And if you have this 4-piece set, when attacking the weakness attribute, increases break effect by even 30%. So when you're using a proper weapon that puts more strain on the opponent, so the stronger weakness. So if you're fighting a dark unit, you use light, for example, this will do 30% more break. Now again, it's not the best set by any means, shape, or form, but if you have pretty solid substats and regular stats built into this, it's not the worst set either, but it's definitely not a set you want to aim for. It's just a set, like, if you have it and this is your best stats, you'll use it. Now these sets are more built for back, for CO, for units like that, for Jinho, etc. These are for breakers for the most part. He is not necessarily a breaker, but he can break extremely well with the proper skill setup, and of course using the Huntsman. So again, it's good, but it's not great. Like, again, you don't really want to use this unless you have no choice. Actually, that's not true. Not if you don't have a choice. If you want a little bit of break power, but again, your skills will take care of that for the most part. Okay, so not necessarily one you want to aim for, but it's still there. Let's go with one-hit kill. Very good. Now, the reason why this is very good, number one, it increases your ultimate damage by 25%. And then on the 4-piece set, the one-hit kill also decreases the cooldown of your ultimate, so allowing you to perform it if you raise it up fast enough. Now, this actually thrives very well if you have hunters who have the destroyer set to give you 20% more power acquisition, or if you have a weapon of some sort that gives you 20. I don't think he has anything actually that gives him more power acquisition. I'm just trying to think. I think there is actually a weapon that does. I forgot which one. And there's also a skill. I believe it might be Commander's Touch or maybe multi-strike. One of the skills, I forget top of my head, which skill actually increases your power gauge increase, allowing you to do ultimates more often. So if you are building a one-hit kill set, it is very powerful for ultimates, but unfortunately it's not the best set, but it is still very good. It's still very viable. And if you have spec'd all your skills into your ultimate mutilate, for example, this can do actually quite a bit of damage. But again, not the best set for him. This is better for like an A5 Choi, units that, or like Park, for example, Park Heejin, who does ultimates non-stop. These are built for those kind of characters. So for Sung Jinwoo, it's not bad, but again, it's not the greatest for the strength set, okay? Another really decent one here is actually going to be the set over here called, I forgot what it was called. It's called a Dragon set, but the actual name of the set, let me just quickly find it here for you guys. Where are you? There you go. It's called the Solid Foundation. That's right. Now, this increases basic attack damage by 18%. If you are using a lot of basic attacks with Sung Jinwoo, which is actually not a bad thing to do, it is increased by 18%. But also, the main thing here is it increases the core attack damage by 18%. And when the attack hits, charges your core gauge by 60%. So your core gauge is on your basic attack. You see this little pentagon that happens? Or is it an octagon? I can't even tell anymore. Anyways, so as you fill it, you'll be able to do your core attack, which does way more damage than your basic attacks, and this will help you fill that faster. So and the good thing with doing basic attacks is you fill your MP bar up faster, right? So you're able to do skills more often, and with this you're able to do more damage with your basic attacks and your core attacks. So it's actually pretty solid, no pun intended, solid foundation. It's actually a pretty solid set for him, but not the greatest. This is better for units like for Dongsu and stuff who actually use their cores a lot more proficiently. But again, for Sung Jinwoo, it's actually not a bad set. Now we're coming up to the top 3 here, okay? Now the 3 best sets here are going to pretty much always be these 3 sets, but at least you'll understand how. Now, for over here, I'm going to put this right at the top here, okay, for toughness. Now, toughness is your crit set, okay? You can definitely make this a S tier set for strength as well. So I'm going to put it here, but it'll be the lowest of the S tier sets. Now, this increases your crit rate by 8% with the 2-piece set, and then increases your crit damage by 32% with the 4-piece set. Now, this is beautiful because if you have the proper crit rate and crit damage one of them can be main, so your boots can be crit damage as well. But if you have substats that raise crit hit, and you can raise your crit rate up to like close to 50%, this set is going to boost you even further past the 50% mark. And with strength and with critical damage multiplying off of strength, critical damage will do even more damage. So this set is incredible for him, but it's not the best set for him for this build, okay? Next up is going to be the Destroyer set. I think this is a little better, personally, because the 4-piece set does quite a bit, and I still use the set very often. Number one, with the 2-piece set, you increase your power gauge by 20%, so you're increasing your ultimate gain speed much faster, and ultimates do insane damage. And then with the 4-piece set, the beauty is you start off with 50% power gauge, so you're going to almost do your ultimate in a matter of 20-30 seconds right away into the battle, causing massive damage to either all the opponents or the boss, whichever one you decide to do, and then you'll build faster. So I find this set to be incredibly powerful. If you can build with the proper set, sometimes it is the strongest set. But for the strength set, nothing currently beats the arm set. Okay, this one here increases your attack, and then also with the 4-piece set increases your attack and ignores defense by 15%. So this is here for strength. You can't get better than that. It's literally the best set he possibly has. Okay, so those are going to be your best sets for artifacts for Sung Jinwoo from a strength perspective. Now accessories, very straightforward. Nothing beats this. This is the best accessory in the game for him. That's going to be the expert set. So essentially every time you do a crit, you increase your attack power by 0.8%, I believe it was, for the first 2-piece. Let me just double check, make sure my numbers are correct. Yeah, 0.8%, stacking up to 100 times. This will stack very fast whenever you land a critical. And criticals are fairly easy to do in this game. Now, the 4-piece set is even better because it increases the activation rate to 50% rather than 25% chance. And then you can do a 1.6% increase up to 100 times versus the 0.8. Now, remember, there's a chance. It doesn't mean you're going to 100% connect and then get yourself that buff. There's a 25% chance. That's why it's important to hit the 4% chance mark, or so the 4 set as quick as you possibly can, okay? The next one up here, that's going to be best for him, and I won't say it's best for him, but it's very good. Everything else is going to just drop below at this point. It's going to be the skeleton outfit, which is, I believe, called Berserker. This one is when your HP drops below 50%, you do, I think it's 18 to 15% more damage. Let me just, again, double check the numbers. I don't remember all of them in my head, unfortunately, but it is what it is. It's 15%. There you go. And then the 4-piece set is when your HP conditions go to 70%. So when you get to 70% or below, you deal 30% more damage throughout the entire fight, which is extremely strong. But again, there's a condition here that you have to meet. And of course, you can't stack it past the 30% damage like you can with the expert making it drop once below. Okay. The next one here is going to be the executioner set. I'll put it right here beside it. This one here, actually, I'll put, yeah, you know what, we'll keep it there. This one here is actually the opposite effect. It's actually against the opponent. When the opponent's HP drops to 40%, you deal X amount of damage. Again, I believe it's the same damage structure. Oh, no, it's less. It's 8% damage. And then here, if the HP of the opponent changes to 70%, you do 20% more damage. Now, with this one, actually, I'm going to drop this one down, just because it's definitely not as good, because you do less damage overall, right? And I think it's easier to lose HP than to make the opponent lose HP. So just take a hit, and you're good to go, right? So that's going to be good, but still not as best. And then the rest of these guys are kind of minuscule, so can be used. The very firepower, this is consumes more MP, does more damage. Not worth it for him. You want to keep as much MP as possible to do as many skills as you possibly can. Tagging in and out is absolutely useless for him, because you don't tag out with Sung Jinwoo. People just come in, so that's wasted there. And the champion on the field is also kind of useless here. I think it's every time you do a crit, you gain attack power, but it only stacks 4 times. All right, so there you guys go. That is the strength build for Sung Jinwoo. Now, let's make it simple. What the hell is the agility build, right? So we're going to switch this up now. We're going to go agility. You know what the only difference here is? Literally, the only difference here is this. This goes here. This goes here. That goes there. Voila. We're done. That's pretty much it. There you guys go. This is the tier list for Sung Jinwoo. All of his best sets. Everything pretty much that you should be using. These 3 are going to be your best sets for a very, very long time, until they introduce brand new artifacts. Same with these ones, guys. These are going to be your best sets for a long time. Again, you should be aiming for expert no matter what anyways. And that pretty much covers Sung Jinwoo in a nutshell for the artifact tier list. Now, I'm going to be doing every single unit next. That'll be on a different video. I want to get this out to you guys first. All right, guys. It's Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. Much love again to you guys for all the massive, massive support. I can't tell you guys how excited I am to get on and do these videos. Whenever you hit milestones that you thought you never hit, it motivates you even more as a content creator. So again, guys, thank you for the love and support and all the live streams you guys have been joining. It's been absolutely incredible. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.